Hello, all you super aficionados and super geeks and super nerds and anything with the word super in them. Welcome to Behind the Projector on the Obsessed Movie Man's YouTube page. I am your host, Jack. Today's guest consists of Shortness. Shortness, say hi. You,
Hi. Sorry.
she waved as if they can see us.
Sorry.
Kyle,
Dun, dun, dun.
there you go. That's the spirit. And Billy.
Otisburg.
I was wondering how long it would be for someone to either A, quote the movie, or B, have the quote be Otisburg. Because that's probably one of my favorite lines in the movie. Just that delivery from Gene Hackman and is it Ned Beatty who plays him? Does anyone remember? I don't know. I don't really care at the moment. No, I'm kidding. I do care because it's Superman, my favorite comic book movie of all time. Yes, even over any of the Avengers movies, over any of the Dark Knight slash DC movies,
What?
definitely over any of the DCEU movies, and possibly we don't know because at the time I don't think any of us have seen the new James Gunn Superman movie. Christopher Reeve will still probably be my favorite comic book movie.
Ooh.
Um, are you guys though? Speaking of the James Gunn one, are you guys excited for that movie?
I'm very excited, sir. I am very excited.
Um, Shortness and I believe we're seeing Shortness. You said we were seeing it the same day.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Billy, what any reservations or optimisms for this movie?
Oh boy.
Sorry, mic crapped out there.
I'm
Still
totally
dealing
leaving
with a few
it in.
technical difficulties. What did you say?
I'm totally leaving that in, by the way. Um,
That's
Billy,
fine.
Billy, are you excited for the new Superman movie?
No.
No. How? How dare you, sir? Be the odd one
I
out.
dare
Oh,
Why are you here?
to support friends.
I
You don't have
appreciate.
to like something to be a friend with a friend.
Now, are you not a Superman fan?
No.
And yet you are here to
I was
probably
gonna say, to be fair, I'm not a big Superman fan either, but I'm learning to appreciate it.
you guys are here on this episode. No,
I like
I
I
know
can
it.
appreciate classic film.
that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. And Billy, you were gonna say something?
No, I was just agreeing with you, Jack. I know, such blasphemy.
I know. Kyle, where do you stand on Superman as a character or comics, or where do you resonate? Do you resonate with him, or do you not really care either?
I never really, well, he was always like, you know, probably the most popular superhero growing up next to Batman. Um, I think the Justice League animated series, that's what really got me into Batman.
Or Superman?
I'm sorry, Superman. That's
See,
what really got me into Superman.
I don't,
The Justice League show.
that comes up to a point that Superman has always been overshadowed by Batman, which I understand. I've started reading Superman as well as I move my head away from the mic. I have a few Superman action figures now, comic book versions, movie versions. I'm starting to read Superman. I've read Secret Origin. I'm gonna read All Star Superman. Um, I've read a few new ones. Do you know that well, everyone knows that at least Jimmy Olsen has some weird shenanigans. Did you know he's currently dating a Superman supervillain? Anyone know that? It's really,
Really?
yeah, it's really funny. He's dating Banshee, I think her name is, or Silver Banshee. It's funny. It's weird. I like it. Anyway, Superman the movie, which is not the first superhero movie ever made, and I don't even think Batman 66 the movie is the first superhero movie ever made. But I would argue this is the first one that made it popular, or at least prove that you could make a superhero movie and take it seriously. Would you guys agree?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I believe that it's no small feat because you had with a character like Superman, you had to really delve into the special effects,
Hmm.
like the flying, the power, the other powers, the showcasing Krypton.
Yep.
and all that jazz. And where should we start? Do you want to talk about I think we should start with the man himself. How great was Christopher Reeve?
On a scale from 1 to 10.
Well, what did I mean?
100. No,
What
100.
did
No,
you
he
think?
was so good.
Oh yeah, he was an amazing Superman, amazing person,
I
and
mean, he kind of, made the blueprint of what a great Superman is.
I completely agree. I
He
think
effectively, just like Michael Keaton embodied both Bruce Wayne and Batman, Christopher Reeve embodied Superman and Clark Kent.
Exactly.
I would
I
agree.
I completely agree. Like even down to the simple things like their posture being different, and
Hmm.
not just yeah, not just their personalities, but just how he would slouch and hunch over as Clark Kent, but then straighten up and be very confident as Superman. It was, and I believe that was something he came up with, and it wasn't really in the comics all that much. I could be wrong on that though. And also he was just all around an amazing individual. I haven't seen that documentary that came out recently about Christopher Reeve. I really want to because we all know the tragedy that befell upon him and the struggles he had to overcome. But we're not going to talk about that today. Um, but I agree with you, Shortness. That he was probably the blueprint of which all Superman actors have since aspired to be. Um, but yeah, is there anything you guys that stands out to you particularly about this movie? Because for me, I think it's the romance between him and Lois as well as his origin, because that was just really cool to see on film.
The first origin story as it unfolds.
Exactly. And then eventually we got sick and tired of seeing those origin
Ye-
stories.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like it's like personally watching it, like like the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, okay. I get for the audience of the 78, of how they would need this. But in today's day and age, it's like, oh, it's so long. You don't need that much
It,
now because
it, it,
everybody knows the origins of all these superheroes.
I think his origin in this movie is about 40 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh
it's
wow.
I think that's being generous. Like from Krypton to him putting on the suit. Do you
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's fairly lengthy, which again, I understand because I mean, back then you had people who probably had no idea what this was because, comics were, you know, a mainly a male thing
male and
and
children thing?
a male and children thing. Thank you. And so like having, the origin like put out there for everyone to like understand, oh, okay, so he's not human. He's comes from this place. There are these people, they have these, okay, that's great to know. And nowadays it's like I know all this. I don't need to walk in. I can walk into any superhero movie essentially and be like, okay, yeah, I know exactly how this starts.
There was a moment that I really actually I don't know where I was going with it. I'll just say I really like the opening with Marlon Brando, who clearly doesn't care that he's there. Like
Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
Marlon Brando is just phoning it in like mad. I think he actually had people hold the script up for him, like when he's talking to baby Kal-El.
I
He's
heard that they wrote the script on the baby's diaper.
yeah, they did.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh,
God, really?
crazy.
Marlon Brando is not just a method actor, but kind of a jerk actor. Like he,
Hmm.
a very prima donna esque. Like he's done this with a lot of his films, but I think the fact that he did this is impressive, and I believe he did have respect for Richard Donner, the director. Like um, when the producers fired Richard Donner for Superman 2 because he wouldn't make it a comedy, Marlon Brando left the project in protest.
Hmm.
So I give him that. I'll give him that credit. But Marlon Brando really phones it in this movie as Jor-El.
I mean, on one hand, I don't understand why, but on the other hand, I do because he has, Marlon Brando, you have, all that height around just him being him.
Yeah.
Like if he's in this, people are gonna see it.
Yeah, he has top billing, I believe.
And yeah, and
He
he
does,
is
yeah.
fully well aware of that.
It's kind of like a precursor to what would happen with Jack Nicholson in Tim Burton's Batman, where
Mm.
Do can we get a Marlon Brando impersonation right now? Can any of you guys do it?
Billy, can you do? I'm curious. Can you do a Marlon Brando impersonation? Because you and I are pretty the connoisseurs of impressions in our Discord group. I think. Can you pull off a Brando?
I don't think I can.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. My son, Kal-El. You
In
know about the stars
I don't know. I've only
in
seen
the planet Krypton.
and the planet Krypton. It's a family business. This Krypton.
Oh my god,
I
that's
love
great.
I love his trial where you see. I think Terrence Stamp. I know he's only in the movie for like one scene in the first movie at least, but I love.
Kneel before Zod.
There you go. I love that they even put Zod in the movie. That's something
That's
like
crazy. It's so crazy. The
like
sequel baited on the first movie.
because
The confidence.
I think they shot 1 and 2 back to back. Actually, I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh, did they really?
I think they did. I could be wrong on that, but I love Terrence Stamp as Zod. Isn't that really comes through in Superman 2?
Uh huh.
Like Billy said you have the infamous kneel before Zod line, which is
Kneel before Zod.
just become a meme now. I also love his posse of Ursa and Nom, which I will admit I forgot the actress's name, but as a kid I'm like, wow, Ursa. That's all I'll say. Um, but also I think unless she's topped by the new actress, I think Margot Kidder is probably the definitive Lois Lane.
Ooh, I can see that.
Even
No,
over
that's fair, but again, it also calls back to, she's the blueprint. This is
yeah.
like that essentially this is the first big superhero movie. So like this is the blueprint of what all superhero movies are based on.
You make a good point. A lot of and this movie is highly regarded because of the cast, because of the special effects, because of the story.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of a story about. It is effectively a Moses parallel. Superman has always been that, like a guy who is put in a basket, or in this case, a rocket, and shot off and found by a new family who raise him, and he has to decide his destiny. And it's a love story. It's a superhero movie, but it's also kind of a story about um it's not necessarily about fatherhood, but it's not really about that at all. But what it comes down to is Jor-El saying you can't interfere with human events or earth events or whatever, but his parental the father, his adopted father, what Pa Kent, basically tells him that you were here for a purpose and that purpose is to do good. And like that's illustrated highly in the scene where we'll get to this. Bunnies are trying to save Lois Lane or bring her back to life.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back to that. The spinning the earth around, which is like the one criticism I have with this movie. But where was I going with this? I think it was that I really liked about the film. It's kind of like where it doesn't matter where you're from. It really matters about who you are and how the ideals you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the relationship between him and Pa Kent, who teaches him this lesson and then immediately dies of a heart attack.
Oof,
It's
rough.
it's not like he said you should let those children die and then forbids his son to save him from a tornado. That would be ridiculous.
Why did he do that?
I mean that would be dumb if that happened, right, guys?
I hope they never do that
I hope they never do it. Billy, Shortness, wouldn't that be stupid?
in the next 50 years.
I mean, weirder things have happened.
Weirder things have indeed happened. Yeah, but also, okay, Lex Luthor. the greatest criminal mastermind of our time, played by the great Gene Hackman, who has second billing, even over
Mhm.
Christopher Reeve. I don't think Christopher Reeve has any of the top billings.
Nope.
What you need, I know, among myself or whatever, I love this performance. I love this character. I don't really believe that's Lex Luthor, though. Or at least the Lex Luthor I think we're all familiar with. He has many of the same characteristics. Bleh. He has
Yeah.
the cocky attitude, the intelligence, the hatred of Superman, the baldness, sometimes.
Sometimes.
But because he mostly has the wig on. But it's not the Lex Luthor I think we're familiar with. Even during the time this movie was made, I think Lex Luthor was just a stereotypical mad scientist. I know in the maybe late 70s, early 80s, they reimagined him as the industrialist, but I don't think he was really what we know Lex Luthor today. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
It's a little, I guess when you're looking for Superman the movie, you want to see what you imagine. You want the animated series versions mostly, is what I'm getting. And that's
Okay.
unfair to say. But that's kind of what I
Yeah.
think, because it's hard to beat Clancy Brown's Lex Luthor, even though that came out decades after this movie. Sorry, Kyle, you were gonna say something?
Oh no, I was agreeing with you. I get what you were saying.
Like, I think, and that's why I'm excited for this new Superman movie, because from what I've seen, Nicholas Hoult is very much the Lex Luthor I've been waiting to see in live action, or a live action film, because I know Smallville has a big following. But
I want to talk about his plan.
okay, well, let's talk about the plan. Real
It,
estate.
it doesn't make any sense.
All right, you go into that, Kyle. Do you want to elaborate, or do you need a little help there? Because
So,
go ahead.
so his plan was to send missiles at the San Andreas Fault to
Yeah.
cause mass earthquakes,
Hmm.
and basically create a, what do we call it, like a beachfront property on his on a lot of the real estate that he owns out there.
Yeah, because he wants to sink California.
What about all the death and destruction? He's just like, oh, don't worry about that. We got beachfront property. We don't have to worry about the bodies.
We don't have to worry about all the innocent people I kill.
Oh man. And then like when he finally, like, I don't even know how did he figure out that Superman was his weakness was kryptonite. How did he figure that out?
He did explain that, and the whole kryptonite thing has always kind of baffled me a bit. Okay, he deduces that some of the I forgot how it worked, but he did deduce kryptonite would hurt him. He did deduce where it was from because he figured out, okay, Krypton probably exploded around this time, and then the shards would be somewhere else. But someone explain this to me, how kryptonite does affect Superman, because if it's from his home planet, would that not or maybe would that weaken him if it's from his? Why would that weaken him if it's from his home planet? I've always had a hard time understanding that. Does anyone know? Is it because like that on his home planet they don't have regular powers? So that is what causes him to lose his strength.
I know that the sun on by his planet makes him like a regular human,
Oh,
but
okay.
our sun makes him Superman.
So maybe the kryptonite kind of takes away his powers a bit.
Let me see.
Are you looking it
I
up?
just,
It's the
I knew the part
radiation
about the
that
sun.
the radiation that the kryptonite emits is incredibly toxic to Kryptonians itself, because it is a radiation fueled form of his home planet, and being from that planet, I guess it makes sense that it only affects him, because somehow it carries a radiation that is fatal to Kryptonians.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
that makes a bit more sense then. I
It
don't know.
makes it. It would also explain why he can easily withstand the radiation from the sun, but when exposed to it, maybe because his planet is was exposed to the red sun, and that's the
Yes.
sort of the reverse energy, the reverse radiation his sun gives, and it's absorbed by this radioactive crystal. It causes him to feel what we would experience, for example, radiation that is detrimental to us, because our sun also gives up positive radiation and negative radiation.
I
To
commend
sum it up in layman's terms.
I commend you for that, sir. I like, boy, are people gonna get a bit of a science lesson in this one. I actually no, I am serious. Like that, I makes sense. But when you start thinking about it again, it like flies over a simpleton's head like mine. But that's impressive. I wish they kind of explained it a little bit better in the movie because Shortness. When you were watching the movie, do you think they explained it a bit? Were you able to follow along with how the kryptonite thing worked or not? I know we're dwelling on this a bit too long, but
No, you're good. Honestly, if I didn't have the background knowledge that I did, I probably would be a little bit lost.
okay, because this is kind of introduce. They have to introduce Superman to an audience that doesn't consist of children and men. So,
Yeah.
so I think they could have done that part a little bit better. But
Yeah.
I think that while this isn't the Lex Luthor we really imagine in the modern day, it's still a fun character. And you have also the sidekicks like Eve, Miss Tessmacher, and you also have Otis, the dumb Otis.
I love Otis.
Oh, Otis.
Oh, Mr. Luthor, I'm really sorry, Mr. Luthor. Like you get so many good lines. Like Billy, you already said your favorite line in the movie, which was
Otisburg.
oh, come on, Mr. Luthor. Miss Tessmacher has her own place. You also have, again, like I said, Miss Tessmacher, which I would love to hear them have Nicholas Hoult scream Miss Tessmacher, but I think James Gunn said he's not gonna say that, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a little disappointing. But I love this movie, guys. I love the flight scenes are really impressive. Like for the time, I mean, nowadays it'd be CGI, but believe they were all on wires. And there's a really cool shot when they're above the clouds and you see the moon. I think it's just a fog machine, but it looks beautiful.
yeah. The flight scenes are really great,
And
especially for the time.
you have to. They had to nail this down. Like the tagline of the movie is "You will believe a man can fly," and I think that was probably the most. Aside from getting the right actors and everything, you had to sell people that they were watching a guy flying. And also the music.
Ooh, the music.
Oh, the music.
Yeah, which is done by the incomparable John Williams.
Williams. I love
wonder
him.
I wonder who threw that way out, threw that way of describing John Williams out. Shortness, I guess we'll never know. I guess. um but John Williams, I think this was after Star Wars, 1978. Star Wars was 19 yeah, Star Wars was 1975.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
right
John
after.
Williams, so John Williams is coming off a hot streak already. He's done
Mhm.
Jaws, he's done
Yep.
Star Wars, and this is the definitive Star. I know this is the blueprint, as Shortness has pointed out to me numerous times, but I'm sorry, I have to say it. No theme for Superman has been topped, and I
Yeah.
don't think they ever will be. Like they tried the anime series. Hans Zimmer, as much as I don't care for Man of Steel, I don't hate it as much as I did anymore. They Hans Zimmer did a really good score, but it didn't top this. And it's kind of, I would argue it is the most it's possibly the most famous superhero theme.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
would
know
yeah.
agree.
I know we have the 66 da 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 da, which people have in their pop consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I know we have the 89 Batman theme, but
Yeah.
I think this is probably tops all those in terms of recognition.
No, I think that's a fair thing. And I mean, we could probably have a whole podcast just talking about John Williams's, you know,
Discography.
talent and just for music, like how many films he has like composed for that are just so famous.
Like the
It's
man,
ridiculous.
the man, has he retired or did he come out of retirement? Because I keep hearing conflicting things. Oh, I'm retired. No, I'm not retired. Does anyone know?
At this point, I
Oh, I
don't
do
think
not
anybody
know.
knows.
But it's not even just I think just the whole soundtrack is real. It's not just the Superman theme. I like the theme again when he's flying with Lois. I love the action scene when again it may not be the best scene in the movie, but I like the scene leading up, the music leading up to when he spins around the. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay,
Let's come through let's address the
let's do
elephant in the room.
Hello.
Spinning the Earth around backwards to go back in time, spinning the Earth around so fast that he goes back in time to save Lois Lane.
That
That's dumb.
it's not logical.
Doesn't make sense.
You really have to, put your disbelief in full gear. Just like, oh, it's fine. That makes sense.
Like Billy, who was very scientific in explaining the kryptonite. Billy, what do you think of that lapse in logic?
They
And
wrote themselves into a corner and went, "Oh,
we kill Lois Lane. What do we do?
How do we save Lois Lane?
Oh,
Like
Well,
like you were talking about the weirdness of Lex Luthor's plan. Remember when he says, even a lot of people made fun of this moment when Gene Hackman's like, he has the two missiles flying around. He says, even you with your super speed couldn't possibly stop both of them. And
and then
people,
he just turns back time with his super speed.
yeah, it's weird, like, because you've seen people who are like, Superman is so fast he could probably stop both missiles. But I know for the sake of the film, you have to create some tension. But I remember how it should have ended, addressed this situation pretty well.
It's true. It's hard. It's hard to write for a character that's invulnerable and has super speed and all of
Superman,
that.
I
Superman.
mean,
Sorry, go ahead, Shortness. Go ahead.
to be fair, at this point, we don't know how fast he can fly.
That's
Because even Lois asks him, how fast can you fly? And he said, I don't know. I've never timed myself.
that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. So, and also he's early on in his career as Superman, so take that into account.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And he has motivation to
yeah,
fly really fast.
yeah, you gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. My coworker is dead. I gotta go fast.
Okay, who's faster, Sonic or Superman?
Ooh, can Sonic turn
Ooh.
back time?
I don't know. I've never played the Sonic games. Anyone want to help me out?
Uh,
Who do you think goes faster, Billy, Shortness?
I'm gonna say Superman, but now I'm curious.
Was
I don't
that you,
know.
Billy?
I said Sonic."
Oh, you'd go with Sonic. Okay. We have one for Sonic, one for Superman. Kyle, do you want to?
No. I literally just looked it up. It says supersonic. If it's supersonic, it's significantly faster than Superman.
Oh my
Oh, we're going variants.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing Marvel variants into this, to a DC related property.
There we go.
I Where were we going with this? Oh yeah, the back in time thing. Someone
Mm-hmm.
brought up, I think it was Billy, you can help me out here. I think it was Doug Walker who said, shouldn't there be two Supermen flying around? Like you're creating a paradox or something?
Again, writers. Oops.
Oops, Daisy. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I don't think
so you can go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I don't think at the end of the day we shouldn't put too much logic into it because it's not just like a typical superhero film. I would also argue it's a superhero fantasy film in a way. So like there's so many fantastical elements, and you also have the romance, not really the supernatural, but the extraordinary. And it doesn't like particularly follow the laws of physics or reality to begin with. Like remember when he's going to the tunnel to find Lex Luthor and he spins around to drill a hole um into the floor.
That's great. I forgot about that.
Have you guys? I don't think it's in the final cut, but there is a extended cut where Lex Luthor has all these death traps around, like all these bullets are flying at him. But this is before he enters Luthor's. I don't know which version of the movie you guys saw, but there is an extended cut where before he enters Luthor's hideout, he has all these bullets and machine guns firing at Superman. He has a flamethrower. He also has a super cold machine to freeze him, and it's really cool. A cool scene. But I understand why it's cut out because it's just kind of drawn out. Did you guys ever see this? Were you ever aware of this scene?
No, I've never seen that before.
It,
That sounds awesome though.
yeah, I think you can see it on YouTube. It's really cool.
Huh.
I also love. There's a lot of great, like I said, a lot of great lines, especially from Luthor and Otis in this. Like
Mhm.
when he knocks down the door, Luthor has a lot of great lines where he's like, "It's open, come in. I mean, my lawyer will send you the bill for that door." Otis, take the gentleman's cape, and he just stares down Otis. And he's like, "I don't think he wants me to, Mr. Luthor."
If you can't handle the heat, get out of the tunnel.
Yeah, like I trying to think what else we could talk about in terms of this film. I just love.
I mean, you did bring up one of your favorite aspects being Lois and Superman.
Yes, I love like how. Thank you for saving me, Shortness.
Yeah, I got you.
I love how kind of not necessarily jerkish, but dismissive she is of Clark Kent, and very like this guy is dork, and but she's awestruck by Superman. And it's really highlighted by the moment they're done with
The
the.
interview, and then he comes to pick her up for a date.
Yes, thank
Oh
you.
my gosh. No, it's so good.
It's cute actually. It's like a girl or someone with a little kid with a crush.
Oh, it totally is.
I love that. And also if you look at that shot too is really impressive because it's designed to look like one like I think how it was. It's been a while since I reviewed this film on my YouTube channel, so I may not remember it correctly. But what it was is there's a projector in front of Margot Kidder that shows Superman flying off. And as she goes back into the apartment, Christopher Reeve is already behind the door as Clark Kent. I think that's how they did that. But
Oh, really?
I think that's how it was. But it's so cool to see. Also, I would be remiss if I say a few years ago, I guess I'd say maybe better late than never. I picked up on some of the innuendos during that interview. It took me long enough.
Oh yes, so many innuendos.
I was like,
Oh my
oh my
gosh,
gosh. Wow. Yeah, I'm
so
not. Oh, sorry. Go
many.
ahead, Shortness.
No, I'm just saying so many.
I'm
Holy
not
smokes.
even. I'm not even just addressing the what color underwear am I?
No, it's crazy. I
It's
I think they got away with a lot.
What about when Lex Luthor's wife kisses Superman
Oh yeah,
and he goes, "Why would you do that?" And she goes, "Oh, well, I thought, if you weren't unconscious, you would have pushed me out of the way."
like the line I believe was I didn't think you'd let me or something like that. Because it shows that all the women love Superman, apparently in this world or whatever.
I guess technically she did save his life, so
Yeah, she did only if he saved her mother first.
that's
Because screw
true.
everyone else screw everyone else. Oh, I love that moment too. What was it where her mother was? Hackenstans or something like that?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
And she's like,
yeah.
Lex, my mother is there. And he looks at his watch and just shakes his head and walks away. And okay, there is some things that have not aged well, like when Eve Tessmacher, whatever, Tessmacher is pretending to be unconscious on the ground, and all the soldiers stop, and they're
Oh,
like, "We should
yeah.
give her mouth to mouth," and the general comes in and says, "No, I won't let my men do something that I wouldn't do. I think we should give her chest press and mouth to mouth," and then he has all the soldiers surround him and then have them face the opposite direction. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. I get it's a joke, and it's also displaying the pigness of how men are pigs, but it's a
It's
little much.
a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a lot to deal with. Also,
From a female perspective, it's a lot.
yeah, I also don't really think that it was necessary to. I know it was for comic relief, but it felt like it was a little too long. The whole, okay, we're gonna get the missiles. Otis effed up. We're gonna try again. I think that was you could cut the second attempt out and just leave the first attempt in. Am
Mm.
I alone on that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm alone on that. Okay, Kyle. You know,
what about how Superman repairs the San Andreas fault? Like, how
Oh
does he
my,
do that?
with the
he's Superman.
yeah, Kyle,
He's a Superman.
get
Oh,
It
get
just makes
my
sense.
bad.
get with it, Kyle. Didn't he use his
Hey,
how did he oh I remember how he did it. Like he used his heat vision to knock some boulders down and stop it, correct? Was that
hey, turning back time is one thing, but repairing the San Andreas fault, that's where I draw the line.
where they almost Jimmy Olsen almost got killed? I was like, oh no, not who Jimmy Olsen you might remember is Marty McFly's older brother in Back to the Future.
What?
That's him.
Really?
Yeah, golly, Mr. McFly.
Huh.
I also
Wonder-
love Perry White, the guy who plays Perry. I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah, his boss.
Yeah, I love it. Like, there's two moments I love when he's like, "Ha, Superman, what's this? What about him? What is he like?" And then he goes up to Clark Kent's like, "Clark, what's his favorite baseball team?" And Clark almost responds.
I know, it's so good. Like he's so like you can see that he's so careful about who he is, but he flubs up so much, especially like in that moment. And then like him saying to Lois, like, he could have shot you over $10 lipstick, like explaining exactly what's in her purse, and she's like, "What?
I guess
How
exactly
do you
what I
know
have.
that? How do you just know what I have? That's crazy."
There's like what's a line that he's again talking to Perry White, and he's like, "You need this," and Clark's like, "Do I need politeness?" "No, you got plenty of politeness, Clark," or he says something like that.
Yeah.
I love. He's very Jameson-esque, like the tough, no nonsense news editor.
He's a lot nicer though.
He's a lot. He is. I will say that. At least he likes. At least he's tolerant of Superman. I guess I'll say.
Yeah. He's
Unlike
not
a certain,
actively trying to get people to hate him.
Exactly.
unlike a certain cigar smoking mustache guy.
Exactly.
We don't talk about that guy sucks. I'm trying to think what else we could say. That hasn't really been said before.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
How does the Fortress of Solitude, like, how does that happen?
Oh
I know
yeah.
he throws like the green gem
Yeah.
in the snow and it just appears, but like was it the gem that just built it? Like, is that just like Krypton technology? Like, I
I
don't
would say
understand how
that.
that happened.
That's how I always interpreted it. Like somehow Palpatine survived. No, sorry, Billy. I had to throw that in there. I saw an opportunity and I took it.
Well,
So
worth it.
I assumed that the gem had some properties that could just create a fortress of solitude.
It just
Uh,
creates so much stuff.
Yeah, they're just pulling this stuff right out of their super butt.
For real. It just makes a whole fortress, a costume, holograms, everything.
Yeah.
Yet with this advanced technology, it has no security system.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like you, especially illustrated in Superman 2. Like I also love the fact that they have the younger actor who plays Clark Kent and they dub him over with Christopher Reeve's voice.
Oh, the one that does the goofy run with the train?
Oh yeah, yeah. Which if you notice there's a deleted scene where that girl who saw him on the train was Lois, which makes her significantly younger than Clark Kent. And which
That guy is way older than Christopher Reeve. He's like
he,
40 years old.
he looks like it. But I heard he was disappointed that his voice wasn't used. But I think he said he got over it.
I can see that.
Did you notice Lana Lang was in the movie? Lana Lang, who's Superman's Clark Kent's, like Clark Kent's love interest when he was in Smallville, and
Mm.
she's in the comics too, and she's obviously on Smallville and all that.
Mhm.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought,
Wanda. I remember that show.
Yeah, she's there in the childhood flashbacks or whatever, where she's a cheerleader and she's dating that stupid jock who leaves all the sports equipment for Clark to pick up while they go into town or whatever.
So typical.
Yeah, so
Ugh.
gross. So
I can speak from experience.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to bring
Oh.
back horrible memories. But yeah, I'm glad they deleted that scene, the moment where they revealed the girl was Lois Lane in the train, because that would have been like worse than Anakin and Padme right there, because he's in high school and looks like barely a toddler. No, past a toddler. It's bad. It's bad, guys. It's. I guess we could talk. How long have we been talking? Should we talk briefly about Superman 2, or do we need to talk about Super? Because this is basically just for the first movie.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Do you guys have the best memory of Superman 2?
I do not.
I would need another watch.
Another watch? Okay, we'll leave it at just Superman 1. I think though the legacy of this film is incredible. It's definitely, I've heard Kevin Feige, who does the Marvel films, say that this is kind of an inspiration. They always go back to this one when they're deciding what to do with their Marvel films, even if it doesn't always show.
It's a classic.
It
I
is.
will say, if you do ever get a chance, go to Metropolis. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, you're talking about the
The
fiction.
little, yeah. No,
Oh,
there's like a little place where you can, it's like got like the biggest Superman museum.
oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were making. I was like, Shortness. Why are you talking about go jump into a like Blue Skidoo?
Yes, go jump into, a portal to a
We're just
different
gonna
dimension.
we're just gonna Blue
That's
Skidoo
fine.
into a comic book painting or whatever.
No, they have the giant Superman statue is pretty fun.
I think I know the place you're talking about because there's this.
It's pretty cool.
Have you've been there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
Before I watched the movie, yeah, we went there like just on a road trip, and it was like, oh yeah, cool, Superman. They don't have a Batman place, but okay, cool.
Like,
I
I
don't
would
see a
love.
Guy Gardner museum, but okay.
I will say this about the new Superman movie. I'm excited that this is going to introduce audiences to characters they probably have never heard of before, like Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific,
Mhm.
Metamorpho.
We get a live action
Metamorpho.
Crypto.
If we get Crypto, the best worst dog.
Isn't
Yes.
isn't Crypto? Is he stronger than Superman?
No, I think they're about as strong. I know this movie is an origin. I would like them to kind of at least explain Crypto since he's never been in a live action property before. Because I don't know Crypto's origin in that how did he survive the explosion on Krypton and all that?
And his cousin.
I thought that Crypto was Kara's dog.
Oh, really?
That's what my understanding was.
I don't know anything about Crypto other outside of the Cartoon Network show Crypto the Super Dog. Does anyone remember that
Ooh,
show?
ooh, elite knowledge.
Roback.
And then I can't say that I saw the Super Pet show with Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Crypto because I did not care for the hierarchy of the DC universe changing.
But he's gonna be the main character in the DC universe.
Yeah, he's got
He's,
Black
he's,
Adam's
he's
gonna
Black Adam.
Black Adam's gonna take over the DC universe, guy, along with Jason Momoa as Aquaman and Zachary Levi as Shazam, all that good
Mm.
stuff. But yeah, yeah. And some things are better left unsaid.
Can I just say,
No, yes, you can. I saw an opportunity, Billy, and I took it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's fine. Can I just say, even though I didn't see Black Adam because I really don't care for all the schlock that's coming out with Hollywood,
Mhm.
I do know what happens in it, and they nerfed Doctor Fate.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, I've seen it, but I don't know much about Dr. Fate but I've heard people were upset. Like, not,
Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
that's good
Who
casting.
could play him better?
Yeah. And
True.
from what I saw, he does a great job.
Yep.
I did not care for his power set in the movie, though.
Neither did I.
um,
Like,
well,
so once again, it's another punch and smash superhero movie against demons. Oh yeah, like we haven't seen that 1,000 times.
with a really boring villain with a boring devil design and all that jazz. This is, I know we're going off Superman for a second, but this is a podcast. We can really talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
Did you?
Speaking of demons, by the way, kind of switching over to Marvel briefly. Here's something interesting for you.
Mhm.
You know how they were supposed to bring Mephisto in WandaVision?
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, he's showing up in Ironheart.
I will say, while that is stupid, I love that they got Sacha Baron Cohen to play him because I think I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I saw the scenes with him in it. It's like, oh wow, he actually can play a really manipulative and charming demon.
He's actually a really good actor. If you've seen him outside of like the comedies, did you ever see Hugo from Martin Scorsese? Anyone?
Don't
No?
think so, but yeah,
I don't think so.
I have
He's
heard
really
has
good in
good
that.
range.
Like, he does have range. I've seen him in that. He plays a similar character to what he normally does in Les Mis. But I love him in Hugo. I really liked. I haven't seen Ironheart admittedly, but I have seen some of the Mephisto clips. I like him as Mephisto. Like,
Yeah. I
I
do too. I saw just a few of his clips. Like, okay, I like him. I despise everything else.
like Riri Williams deserves better than what they've done with her on film. Like, I haven't admittedly read a lot with Riri Williams in it, Ironheart, but I know she's, if I remember correctly, she's taught by the AI consciousness of Tony Stark in the comics.
Oh, the show they go completely in the
Yeah, I
opposite.
heard they ripped into Tony Stark's character. Like, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
that's a
What?
Yeah, no, it's what they've been doing with all the other Marvel characters. She's the replacement Iron Man. She's the replacement, just like um, Jane would have been the replacement Thor, the replacement Hawkeye, replacing all the characters that came before instead of passing the torch.
We gotta have those Young Avengers guys. My favorite Marvel team. No, it's not.
Oh, look at that! What's that on the cutting room floor? The Young Avengers. Oh,
Oh no. I will say though, I am starting to get more and more. I was very nervous about Fantastic Four. I've seen the 2 clips they released, which I think the one with at the family dinner is really good. That clip. I didn't. The Silver Surfer one was okay, but the clip where Bent that shows the Thing realizing that Sue Storm is pregnant, I thought that was a great moment. I'm really digging
I will admit that was too, especially when Johnny rips into Reed Richards. Like, you're just kidding. You're not going to be a good dad. It's like that is something exactly Johnny would say.
He would definitely. I love the marketing. I love that this is the guy who did WandaVision. So, and WandaVision is a show I really liked up until like the twist with what's his name? Ralph Boner, was that it?
We don't talk about that.
That's like the only thing about WandaVision I didn't like. Other than that, I think WandaVision is by far the best Marvel show Disney Plus has put out.
Yeah, well,
But I am very hopeful for that we have a good Fantastic Four film. I'm still a little nervous, but I'm hopeful because I like the tone. We're way off Superman, but
well,
I'm okay with that. Again, it's a podcast. We can really talk about whatever we want, especially to fill time.
yeah. But back to DC. But yes, regarding the Superman aspect, I will say Christopher Reeve would be the epitome of Superman.
He definitely is. It's even with I think the one person that went before him was George Reeve. I think, or George Reeves, yeah. Christopher Reeve just blows them all out of the water. No disrespect to any of the. I don't even hate Henry or dislike Henry. I think in theory, Henry Cavill would have made a fantastic Superman if the writing and directing didn't let him down. Does anyone agree with that, or did they already like him as Superman? Because I think there was nothing wrong with Henry Cavill playing Superman.
No, no, no. I agree. Henry Cavill was a really good choice. It's just,
The writing.
yeah.
No, I agree. Cavill would have been a great Superman, like of this era, because I will definitely stand by this. It would have been the age of Cavill for nerddom because he is a super nerd, but he's also a good down to earth, gentle soul. He would have been a great Superman, but the writing team screwed up big time.
I don't like. I need to watch Man of Steel again at least to give it a fair second chance because I only saw it the one time in the theater. But I remember not being a fan of it. I know this is cliche. I didn't like all the needless destruction, which I will admit it looks like the new Superman is going to do a lot of needless destruction. But I guess we can't avoid that anymore with superhero movies. I didn't like him killing Zod. I didn't. I mean, I would like to give it a second chance to see if my opinion has changed on it a little bit at least. What did you guys think of Man of Steel? Did any of you see it?
It was all right. I did like the brief view into Krypton and how it was less like a crystal world and more of a heavy, very sci-fi advanced, but with a very different biosphere. Like you have gigantic dragonflies for crying out loud. It's like that is awesome.
Yeah, I do like the look of Krypton, I will admit.
And biologically speaking, because of the Earth's atmosphere, like the insects are so small, so you could say that Krypton is like the reverse of Earth with its design, its structure, and all that, and how they could have larger creatures and such like that you could ride on. So it gives a little tidbit into this is what Krypton is like with their advanced technology. And they were able to interstellar travel across the cosmos to what they could find and terraform planets because they are such an advanced species. But their hubris got the best of them. And instead of a rogue star blowing up their planet, it was their own hubris and them collapsing their own planet.
It's quite a different interpretation, but I appreciate it for being different. And
I also like the idea of how they introduced the Phantom Zone.
Can you remind me on how they did that? Because I don't have the best.
They kept the original triangle idea, but instead of it just being like they're trapped in a prism, instead they first incarcerate those who are sentenced to the Phantom Zone, launched up into a ship which is taken to a portal in space, and this triangle opens up with a gateway, making a bigger triangle as the ship goes into the Phantom Zone. So it's like it's splicing between space and dimensions into the space between spaces.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I think it would make more sense than the triangle disc or whatever. I guess that happened. I also, speaking of that, I do like Michael Shannon as Zod. I think he's a pretty good Zod. He's not my favorite. I do prefer Terrence Stamp because sometimes Michael Shannon goes a little ham.
I will find him.
Exactly, but there are moments I really like like the moment when he says, "I have nothing to live for now. I'm going to dedicate my life to killing everything and everyone you love, Superman." I like that moment when he's like realizing I have nothing now, and I think that's really well acted. I don't particularly care for Amy Adams as Lois Lane. It's just kind of forgettable. We'll have to talk about BVS another time if we're going to go back to the Batman films.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole other podcast. But I feel bad for Henry Cavill. He played Superman like 4 times if you count the ending of Black Adam.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I will say, like, he has been The Witcher, Superman, Sherlock Holmes. What else has he played?
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E., yeah.
That's a really good. He shows a lot of range in that one. He's very.
I love that movie.
He shows he could have been a good James Bond.
Like, oh yeah,
if you watch The Man from U.N.C.L.E., it's like his audition tape for James Bond, basically.
I
Mm.
love that movie. It's great.
It should have. I wish it got a sequel.
I know. It even has the girl from
Ex Machina.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, and Ex Machina, Alicia Vikander. And was it?
Yeah.
Who was the other guy? Was it Michael Fassbender who did it? Or was it someone else?
The other lead?
Yeah, the other lead.
Oh, it was that guy. Oh, what's his name? The let me see.
Oh,
Isn't he the guy who got like his doesn't he got like accused of like
oh yeah,
of
Army Hammer. Army Hammer.
the cannibalism thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Army Hammer. That's probably why they didn't do a sequel. Oh no.
Ah, there it is.
We Sherlock Holmes it, guys. But I I don't really have much else to say. About unless you guys have anything you want to close in on Christopher Reeve Superman. And do you guys think it's even possible for another Superman movie to top this one? Again, Shortness has pointed out, I know this is the blueprint, but it is such a good movie. Do you
Mhm.
think there is another Superman movie that could be just as good, if not better?
I think so.
You do
I
think
think
so?
I think so.
I think because of how old this movie is, it could be done. It could be
Again, yeah,
a,
it for me it very heavily plays into the origin story, taking up half of the runtime.
Yeah, and the probably the ending, the going around the Earth thing is a little.
Yeah.
I think you could find.
So
Oh,
I
sorry,
have
go.
high hopes for this new Superman.
Same. I think you could find something as good, but I don't know if or even better, but I don't know if there's something I could love more. We'll see how it goes with the new one. Billy, do you think it's possible to top the Christopher Reeve film, or what do you think?
In my honest opinion, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? Okay. Like,
It's kind of like trying to say that, and can anyone top Michael Keaton's Batman and Bruce Wayne?
No.
George Clooney, sir.
Go wash your mouth out with soap.
I know. We'll save that for the Batman Robin podcast.
Okay.
I cannot sanction that buffoonery, Jack.
Wrong movie, Billy. You just like saying that to annoy me. All right. Any closing thoughts on the Christopher Reeve Superman film, guys?
honestly, it's a classic.
It
It's
is.
such a it's such a classic superhero movie and Superman movie.
It's probably the definitive superhero movie, I would say.
Yeah.
All right. If we have nothing else to add, I will adjourn this podcast. Anyone? Anyone?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Shortness.
Oh, good.
Sounds good. Guys, this has been fun. I hope everyone here is going to see Superman support DC Comics movies. If not, shame on you. Bruce, shame on you. There, Billy, you did a quote from some Batman movies. I did mine. So,
Allow me to retort, Jack. Yawn.
there you go. I was actually waiting for. I was hoping he was going to do that. I don't know what we're doing next. I think it might be a Batman, another one. It might be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Who knows?
Ooh.
But until then, this has been Jack, Shortness, Billy, and Kyle. And we'll
Oh.
see you all in the next episode of Behind the Projector.